I'm your anchor, Miss Spartan Spirit. Well, y'all be wondering about my get-up this week. Let me tell you, I'm cowgirl Miss Spartan Spirit. Wondering why? Well, I hear you're working on a character-strong trait of courage. And out here in the wild, wild west, I gotta use lots of courage to make it through the day. Speaking of courage, I hear there's a little guy named Little Stanley Spartan who likes to hide in lots of different places. Let's go check out his courageous hiding spot this time.
Where in the school is Little Stanley Spartan? Can you guess where I am this time?
That's a mighty fine hiding spot you found there, Little Stanley Spartan. Well, first up this evening, we're going to head on over to our principal, Mrs. Lowinger, for the latest.
Good evening, boys and girls. Tonight I am coming to you from my living room. I wanted to introduce to you my friend Emma Carroll. She is a second grader in Mrs. Moore's Monday, Tuesday class. She sent me a video of herself doing a read aloud of a book about courage. I thought it was a really brave, courageous thing to do, to video herself and send it for all of us to watch. So good job, Emma. We're so proud of you and all of our other Spartan friends that are out there doing brave and courageous things here at school. If you have something that you have been doing that you want to share with me, send it to me in an email. I'd be happy to share it in an upcoming newsletter. Good job, Emma.
Hello, I am Emma, and I'm going to read you this horse story. I love horses, so I'm going to read you If I Had a Horse. If I had a horse. If I had a horse, I would bring him the biggest apple I could find. He might be shy like me, but if I stayed quiet, he would learn to be my friend. If I had a horse, I would hug him until he let me climb on his back. At first, I might have to tame him, and we might not agree on everything. I would have to be strong like him. He would have to be gentle like me. If I had a horse, we would be brave together. We would explore places we've never been and run wild with new friends. But no other horse would be like my horse. If I had a horse, I would be fearless like him. And together, we could do anything. The end. I hope you liked it. Bye!
Well, thanks so much, Mrs. Lowinger. We always enjoy hearing from you. Next up this evening, we're going to be heading on over to the OK Corral. Well, also known as the Counseling Corner. Take it away, Miss Redden.
Hello, Stanwood Spartans. This is Ms. Redding again, coming to you from my office. And today I wanted to do a project with you, or show you how to do a project that you can do at home. What I'm going to do today is show you how to make a sparkle jar. And a sparkle jar pretty much is just a jar full of colored water and soap and sparkles. And the way I use my sparkle jar is to calm my brain. So I'll show you a little later what I do with it, but for now, let's just get started on making one. So if you look here, you can see some of my ingredients. I have a jar, some water to put in it. I have a bunch of glitter here that I've combined different colors to make a nice mix. I like to use some regular size glitter and then some of the teeny tiny glitter. I have a jar of clear dishwashing liquid, and I have some red food coloring that we'll put in later. So the first thing you do is take the lid off your jar. I picked a pretty lid because I like it to be nice on all sides. And then I'm going to fill it about halfway with water. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. And okay. Then I combined all my glitter into this cup to make it a little easier to pour in. If you have a funnel at home, that might help as well to keep the glitter from going everywhere. So I dump in all my glitter. That's probably a tablespoon and a half, but you can adjust it as you like. Okay, so the glitter's in, and then because I've used a lot of red and gold glitter, I thought I would use some red food coloring to color the water red. And I am not sure how much I'm going to need of this. Maybe one more, 2 more, 3 more, and we'll see once I stir it up. So probably should have brought something over here to stir it with, but I'll just take a chance. Oh yeah, that's turning red nicely. Okay, then because we don't want just water in here, the glitter settles really quickly with water. So we need something to thicken it up. So I'm going to use this clear dishwashing liquid. Just buy the cheapest stuff you can find. If you don't have clear dishwashing liquid, if you have clear Elmer's glue at home, not the white kind, but the clear stuff, you can use that as well. Oh boy, that's pretty dark. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to fill it up with the soap way to the pretty much tippy top because I don't want a whole lot of air bubbles in my sparkle jar. Then I take the lid, and I'm just going to put the lid on right now. But at home, if you have the help of a parent, you could put a little super glue around the inside edge of the lid or some hot glue, and then put the lid on, and that'll keep it from coming apart and spilling. And you take your lid, put it on real tight, because this would make a big mess if it leaked. Okay, and then I take my sparkle jar and I shake it up. See that? See how beautiful that is? All that gold. I used gold and white and pink and red, so it really catches a lot of the light. And the way I use a sparkle jar is to calm myself down, to relax myself, because this is a lot like our brain. If we're having a strong emotion or trying to solve a difficult problem, sometimes we get thinking very fast and the thoughts just spin around in our head. Spin, spin, spin until it's so busy, it's really even hard to think. But a sparkle jar helps me calm down because what I do is I shake it up and then I just watch it. And I get really curious about the way the glitter is moving inside that jar. Get really curious and watch how the different colors blend and how everything swirls and slowly calms down. And hopefully, in time, as we watch the sparkle jar calm down, our brains calm down and we get more relaxed. You can already see that there are fewer sparkles at the top than there were when we began. And from my side, it's really beautiful because the light from the window is coming through it. And so it's actually much brighter than it looks on camera. So that is how you make a sparkle jar. And it's just another calming tool that I use to when I'm bored, to distract myself, or to calm myself when I'm having a busy, busy brain and I need to relax. Well, I hope you have fun making a sparkle jar. Take care, and we'll talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Redden. We always love checking in with you for the latest. All right, next we're going to head over to our featured teacher, who happens to be our librarian, Mrs. Cunningham. She's got a mighty fine book for us picked out today.
Hi, Stanwood Elementary. I am here today to recommend a good book for you to read if you are looking for one. This is one of my very favorite books. It's called Mr. Popper's Penguins. It is an old book. It was written in 1938, which means it's 82 years old. It's super old, but it's still super good, and I think you'll like it. It is the story of Mr. Popper, who is a very eccentric man. That means he's a little bit different than everybody else. And Mr. Popper is a house painter. He paints houses in spring, summer, and fall. He can't paint in the winter because it's too cold, so he spends all winter thinking about all of the places he wants to explore in the world. Well, you can imagine his surprise when one day he gets a knock on his front door and he opens it up and there's a box, and when he opens up the box there is a penguin inside. It has been sent from Antarctica, one of the places he most wants to visit. Well, I won't tell you everything that happens, but somehow that one penguin turns into 9 penguins, and Mr. Popper has the tough job of figuring out how he's going to afford to feed 9 penguins, because he doesn't make a lot of money. And not only that, how is he going to keep it winter in his house all year long, because of course penguins need it cold. Well, that turns into quite an adventure with Mr. Popper, his wife, and his children. And it ends with the big decision, which is, what is Mr. Popper going to do with his penguins? Is he going to keep them, or is he going to bring them back to Antarctica, or something else? I won't tell you the answer because you need to read the book to find out, but I really think you'll like this book. This is a great book for everybody, and even if you are younger, kindergarten or first grade, if it's too hard for you to read, you would really enjoy it if somebody read it to you. So I hope you'll pick up a copy of this and let me know what you think of it. Thanks, and have a great day.
Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Cunningham. That looked like a great book. I better read it. Mr. Popper's Penguins. We don't have any penguins around these parts. I better figure out what they are. All right, next up, we're going to go over to Riley Chandler and Mrs. Chandler for a little Kids with Courage. They have a new dog at their house, and it's taking lots of courage. Let's check in.
Oh, thank you, Miss Spartan Spirit. This is how we walk our dog.
We walk them every morning and every night. Why do we walk them, Riley?
Because we want to get their energy out to make them tired.
So they don't do naughty things. Sit.
Sit.
Good girl.
It's okay. They are nice people. We're watching
Abby?
Newscast.
Nope. Nope. Sit.
Abby said,
Soft. Good. Walk up.
and tell Biscuit no when she puts her paw to her nose.
And when she does the right thing, same as Abby, we say, good job. Good job, Biscuit. Good job, Abby.
Good job.
Good job.
Sorry about our puppy. She's kind of she is angry at people.
Silly.
She's just scared.
Wow, Riley and Mrs. Chandler, those were some courageous dog tips there. I think I might have to use that with my horse, Nellie, here. All right, everyone. Now it's our time for Joke of the Week. I can't wait for Cruz's good one this time.
What do you call a dog with no legs?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter what you call it, it won't come near.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. That was a good one, Cruz. I hope Nellie doesn't lose her legs. That would be pretty bad. All right, everyone. Let's see where little Stanley Spartan's hiding this week. Oh, little Stanley Spartan, you were at the bike rack. You know, out here in the wild, wild west, we don't have no bike racks. We have something called a hitching post for our little horses like Nellie here. Speaking of Wild West, why don't I take you on a tour? Here we go. Well, it looks like you found me out here in the wild, wild west. Here is where Miss Spartan's spirit finds her courage. And I challenge you, Spartans, to find your own courage too. Until next time, I'm Miss Spartan Spirit.